All right, we're back in the Pratt Pack Gym as promised, and you have it on ice? Or are you getting ready for a big football weekend? Rooney's. Hey, it's who we are. It's all about that game that we love so much. And of course, Sunday, Coos Market Black and Gold Sunday Show, we'll be breaking it all down and walking the line with Ted Arnaud, Greg Douglas, and Bob Dvorak, noon to 1. Back at Rivers Casino next week, October the 8th, prior to the Jacksonville 1 o'clock kickoff at Heinz Field. And you can kick off every weekend by stopping at the Coons Cafe with over 600 variety of beers, micro brews, craft beers, and Rooney's. Get on board. Now, here we go. As I mentioned, all today from the Pratt Pack Gym. Busy day nonetheless. Steelers, Ravens, here we go. It's Sunday at 1 o'clock. Well, they couldn't stop Blake Bortles last week, so how can they stop Big Ben? Bortles finished with 244 yards on a 21 of 31 performance. So what has happened to Joe Flacco? Big question being asked in and around Baltimore. He hasn't thrown for more than 217 yards a game. Against Jacksonville, he was picked off twice. There is that back injury that he received during the offseason, too. Running game, pretty solid. Allen Terrence, West, and Alex Collins, they are ranked 4th in the NFL this season. The veteran tight end Benjamin Watson is a real threat. He arrived from New Orleans in an offseason deal and has become a target for Flacco with 11 receptions and 103 receiving yards. Now, the offensive line has been a real reason why their offense can't get going, meaning Baltimore. Issues. John Urschel, he retired in one guard, and the other guard, Marshall Yanda, went down for the season with a fractured ankle in that game against Cleveland. The Ravens are 6-0 straight up and 5-1 against the spread in 6 of their last home games. Ravens are a 3-point underdog, and with Cleveland and the Bengals off to an 0-3 start, it looks like it's going to be a 2-team race. Now, let's walk the line a little early to give you a preview so you can play along at home for entertainment purposes only. Got this earlier today from the counselor, Greg Douglas, and right now heading into week 3, this is what we're looking at for this weekend. You got Carolina +9 taking on the Patriots. Seems as though New England found life again in their offense last week. Titans +2 against the Texans. Deshaun Watson playing some pretty good football, though. Bills +7.5, Falcons. It is Rams +6, Cowboys. Coach McVay has got this team turned around. It's early. Jared Goff looking like he was worth that first round selection. So it's nice to see some football life in Los Angeles. I just hope the fans realize how lucky they are to have the Rams and Chargers playing that great game in the city of Angels. You have got the Bengals -3 against the Browns. Both of these teams just struggling immensely. Hugh Jackson's okay, but Marvin Lewis, you have to really wonder how much longer Mike Brown is going to stay the course. He's a great coach. He's one of ours from Western Pennsylvania. But, man, he has just really had a tough time on and off the last couple of years. And just when you think the Bengals are ready to turn the bend, something seems to get in their way. Jaguars are definitely playing better. You got to believe Tom Coughlin being down there has something to do with it. They're -3 taking on the Jets. Giants +3 in the Buccaneers. Eli Manning, where is he right now in his incredible future Hall of Fame career? 2 Super Bowl titles, but the Giants, have they really given him enough talent to do what he needs to do? And speaking of talent, there's no doubt in my mind Carson Wentz will be the next big thing in the NFL because he is a big-time talent. And Tom Donahoe, the ex-Steelers guy, Buffalo guy, former high school coach at Seton LaSalle, the guy knows the game. He is a brain when it comes to this sort of thing, and he's the reason why they got this guy behind center in Philadelphia that's going to guide them, I believe, someday to a Super Bowl. They're +1 against the Chargers. 49ers +7 against the Cardinals. You got the Raiders +2.5 taking on the Broncos. And I'll tell you, he was a great quarterback, John Elway, there's no doubt. But you can see the greatness of what he did on the field in the front office. The Broncos, competitive each and every year because of what he is doing in the front office. Colts +13 taking on the Seahawks. Washington +7 taking on the Chiefs. And didn't Washington look good last week, and they continue to improve? So maybe, just maybe, a football team has arrived, a winning team in the nation's capital. And the Steelers, as we mentioned, -3 taking on the Ravens. And guess who will break all of this down and give you their pick against the spread? It's the guys from the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show at 11 on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Have a great day, everybody. Back in a little bit talking college football with your Pratt Pat.